Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Hey, everybody, welcome back to the channel. You know me, I'm the Wiz, or also known as the Delivery Wiz, formerly just sort of like Prince, the artist formerly known as the Delivery Wiz. Now also going by Sin City Side Hustle. That's the name of the channel, but I'm still the Wiz. Yes, I have been gone for 5 months. What had happened is I got sick at the beginning of September with some COVID or some flu. It kept me down for about 10, 11, 12 days. And then when I came back to try to make some new content for you guys, I felt that the GigTube economy, not the GigTube economy, but GigTube was a little saturated with a lot of content just regurgitating itself, the same things, how much can I go out and make in one day and other things of that nature. Also, what I felt was happening at the time, and I still feel is happening right now, is that there are a lot of drivers. The market is really oversaturated for driving right now. A side hustle, the gig side hustle, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Uber, Lyft, all those things. You guys know all of them by now. I don't have to name every one of them, but I feel that it was way saturated. I wanted to do a lot of content focusing on rideshare, but the pay on rideshare is just abysmal right now. So then I started just doing Instacart. And I know, or I felt that I didn't think you guys really wanted to see me just do Instacart over and over and over again. It's just grocery shopping and different offers of different days. You know, nothing too exciting in the Wiz's opinion. I could be wrong, but I am back and I am going to try again. The other reason I had given up just a little bit on YouTube is because I had gotten monetized twice and taken away twice, and I've explained that before in previous videos. So there's no real reason for me to go over that again, everybody. But lately, even through Christmas, or even through Thanksgiving and Christmas, I don't feel that there was a lot of opportunity to make any extra money except if you wanted to work for $10, $12 an hour. The offers are bad, and I think maybe some of that might be because, especially on Uber Eats and DoorDash, they started some new programs, and we'll cover that in just a second. I just want to say that I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be doing more content in the next couple weeks. I'll get started with some new, fresh stuff, hopefully, and explain why I was gone for so long. For those of you who are loyal and subscribe to the channel and watched The Wiz quite a bit, and I do apologize. I should have probably released something a lot sooner. Even if it's short, a couple videos a week or something, just talking about anything gig related, DoorDash or Uber Eats or Instacart would have been better than none. So I do apologize for that. So, forgive the Wiz, and I'll make it up to you guys hopefully with some new, fresh, good content. So, DoorDash released a new thing here in Vegas. I don't know if it's all over the country yet. I haven't bothered to go read it, but you can dash now basically anytime you want, even when it's slow. You're not going to get very many offers. They also released a new points rating system that I'm sure you guys know all about, where if you improve all of your metrics, you'll get up to platinum without just having to raise your acceptance rate. And I have experienced some of that. Uber Eats the same. Now here in Vegas, a lot of times when it's slow, you have to have platinum or higher, which is just diamond above that, to be able to work. You can't just get in any area now, and they have carved the city into zones on Uber when it was just one big zone before. So I will have screenshots and go over some of that stuff for those of you who don't work in Vegas, and maybe some of these are just pilot programs that aren't released in your cities yet. Like I said, I have not, and I will not just go out and do all this research yet to find that stuff out. Maybe in the future I'll cover some of that, but for today I'm just basically covering what I have been experiencing the last couple months in Vegas. I also did take some time off for the holidays, which is what everybody should do, in my opinion. You should not just work, 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 work. You should take some time, spend with your family, and enjoy yourself, because life is too short just to bust your ass all the time and work and work and work and work. In December, I did make quite a bit of money doing those wrap gigs where they wrap your car and then you drive certain routes to pick up VIPs, take them to the airport, stuff like that. The name of that is mobile ads, but they have now changed their name to Good Traffic. And I did 3 of those in a row between Thanksgiving and the first week of December, and I did pretty well. So that was the other reason I dialed back the regular gig apps, the DoorDashes, the Uber Eats, and stuff like that. So when I do go out and try to work lately, even through December and November too, I end up declining so much. Soon I will share my current stats with you on Uber Eats and DoorDash. I'm at 4% acceptance on DoorDash and maybe 3, 4, 5, 6% on Uber Eats as well. And if any of my returning viewers watch this, you'll know at one point on Uber Eats during the summer, I was as high as 70%. And since then, it's just been bad. I just not going to take $2, $3 offers 10, 11, 12, 15 miles across the city just to keep my acceptance rate up. And I suggest that you guys don't do that either. It doesn't make any sense because I have experimented with all these tier programs and I do not see any difference in making any more money. Only thing I feel is that you just do more for them so they get more deliveries taken care of. Even on Instacart, I busted my hump for 3 months to get the new diamond card, and I did not feel like I did get anything extra. Or the one thing about Instacart that bothers me the most is when you get diamond, they don't give you a screen like, hey, this is a diamond offer just for you. It's a pool of any driver in the area. And so I don't have the diamond cart anymore because I wasn't going to keep just doing it to get no benefit out of it. And I suggest that you guys experiment with these things too if you haven't already in your markets, and then gauge for yourself whether it's worth it or not. Just for me in Vegas, it's not worth it. Now, I don't know now that they changed these programs if it is worth it now because I'm so low, but that will be some of my content. Let's try again to get all the metrics needed to get the higher tier platforms and stuff like that on these gig apps and see what happens. Okay, so we're gonna probably try. No, we won't probably try. We will do DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Instacart again during this next 3-month period. It doesn't need 3 months for DoorDash or Uber Eats, but for Instacart, we do. So the other ones we'll do along the way, and I'll take more than I normally would. And hopefully in a month or so, we'll see what happens by raising our metrics up to the standards that they want to give you other things. I'm curious about Uber Eats, especially because when I like to work at night, if it's gray and I can't get in because I got to have platinum or higher, I want to know, are there good offers by doing this? So we will get to the bottom of that, everyone. So that about wraps it up for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed my little reintroduction and coming back to YouTube. We're going to try to get 2026 and get remonetized one more time and see if we can, make a little money off of YouTube, or we'll just use our free time to make content for YouTube and they get to use it and put advertisements up or whatever. And we'll just say, who cares? But anyways, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. Give this video a like. As usual, help us get it in the algorithm. And we'll see you on the next one.